You're listening to Tavern Sports Radio Network.
Show me the money! Show me the money!
Show me the money! Welcome to the 50th episode of the Show Me the Money podcast, brought to you by Tavern Sports. How you doing, boys? How'd the first week treat everybody?
I hit my lock.
Fuck you all.
1-0.
Fuck you all. Fuck you all. I'm 2-0. Suck my dick.
Good job, Cole.
Good
Proud
job,
of you.
Cole. Speaking of, we'll check on our locks as we always do at the beginning. Cole is 2-0, and he is the leader in the fucking clubhouse, boys. How about it?
I told you.
0 to
I can
hero.
only bet football. I can only
The
bet
tides
football.
have turned.
The tides have indeed turned. Parker is 1-0 since he flaked out on the first week. What a fuck.
I didn't flake out. Nobody asked for my lock.
Clark
Good
is
no.
sitting at 1-1 and even 500 through 2. Not bad. And then you have the short bus brigade of myself, Tyler, and John at 0-2.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure I started the first season ever of this show 0-2 or 0-3.
Fucking
So
Eagles fans.
fucking don't call it a comeback. Let's get right into it, boys. There's a lot of games. NFL's back, so we got a lot to talk about. Let's start with a post-week 1 Heisman check-in. Let's look at our Heisman hopefuls. Dylan Gabriel from Oregon is your leader in the clubhouse at plus 850. That makes no sense to me. They looked like
You know who
dog
it's not?
shit.
DJ.
Agreed.
His stats were good though. They
Were
just
they?
had trouble. They had trouble converting in the red zone, but Dylan Gabriel looked fine as far as his stats went in week 1. Pulling that up right now, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, I haven't seen a single play of that game.
So Dylan Gabriel went 41 for 49 with 380 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Okay, yeah, I get it.
How he had almost 400 passing yards and they only scored 24 points, I don't know, but
Red zone efficiency must be bad.
Yeah.
Tied with Dylan Gabriel is Jackson Dart, the QB from Ole Miss, and Cam Ward, the QB from the Miami Hurricanes, both at plus 850. I think Cam Ward's your man to beat in the clubhouse personally. I mean,
Yeah.
Gabriel's name was first in the list, but I think Cam Ward's your menace right now.
yeah, Dylan
It
Gabriel.
was alphabetical.
Dylan Gabriel and Jackson Dart looked good, but they looked really good against terrible opponents where Florida is not a terrible team. They're actually a big brand, and it was a rivalry game on the road. And Cam Ward just looked efficient. He looked methodical. And right now at plus 850, I think you get 2 more weeks of good quarterback play out of Cam Ward. He's at plus 600, plus 500.
Yeah.
So if you want it, I'd hop in on it now.
I think the same thing for
Dart.
Jackson Dart. I mean, Ole Miss obliterated whoever the fuck they played, some, FCS team or whatever, or some Sunbelt team. I don't quite know. And they left him in the whole game. And I think they're going to do it again this week. And I think by the end of this week, Jackson Dart may be at that plus 700 number. So those are 2 futures. We mentioned both of those guys like months ago when we talked about this. If you're not on them yet, get on them this weekend before their games. Carson Beck from Georgia's at plus 900. Quinn Ewers is at plus 1100. Out of Texas, of course, he only played about a half. Miller Moss, who looked really good, and so did the USC defense against LSU on Sunday night at plus 2200. Travis Hunter at plus 2500 out of Colorado. He had an amazing game. Cam Rising at plus 3000. I threw that one in there for Tyler because we know Tyler loves Cam Rising. And then my guy Noah Fafita, plus 4,000. Him and his number 1 target were both setting school records all over the place week 1.
That was crazy.
Dude. And Tyler was talking shit too.
I
Tyler
know.
was talking mad shit.
Slow start.
Hand up. I didn't.
Everyone
I didn't
had a
finish-
slow start.
Facts.
Oregon
It
was
week-
getting
it was week
beat.
1.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Georgia had a slow start.
Well, and we'll talk Michigan
No,
here in just a
Georgia
second.
whooped that Clemson ass.
We'll talk Michigan here in a
Took a
minute.
while.
They look like shit.
So, I heard somewhere someone was saying that they look like Iowa now. They're that bad.
New Iowa.
Might be. Very possible. But let's get into this week's biggest matchups. Not a ton. Week 1, they schedule some good games. get the hype back. Week 2 is pretty much a shit fest across the board, barring a few exceptions.
Cyhawk game's always week 2, baby.
Yeah. The first of those exceptions, though, is Texas making the trip to the big house against Michigan. Michigan plus 7.5 at home. I don't think we've seen that number in a long time on them at home.
Well, and it was plus 2.5 on Sunday. Like, if you had the forethought to get on Texas on Sunday, good on you.
Yeah, Michigan played Fresno State, and I think only beat them by 20. Did not cover the spread. Fresno State, sorry. Didn't cover the spread, and Texas looked like Texas. So,
well, and Tyler, you mentioned them only winning by 20. They were up 6 and then got a late touchdown and then a pick 6 to make it look as good as it did. They did not look good.
Well, I'm going to refute that a little bit.
The defense looked great. I know where you're about to go. The defense looked amazing.
Michigan had 3 interceptions that got called back off either drops, penalties, or what have you. So Michigan's secondary does look good and is going to give Quinn Ewers a run for his money this week. Some of the stats from last week: Texas 545 yards, 52 points, and only gave up 192 yards. Michigan, on the other hand, only had 296 yards. They gave up 244 yards, only 9 of those coming from rushing. They were 4 for 11 on third down and scored 30 points. So, Clark, do you have a lean to get going on this game?
On my little sheet over here, I underlined Texas. I can't tell you why. I just have a feeling. That's all I can really give you on this game. I just don't like week 2 because week 1 everyone plays scrubs, and you just don't really know yet. So
82% of the bets and 73% of the money's on Texas minus 7.5. Just so you guys know.
Don't love that that's such a public pick, but Cole, do you have a pick here at all? Texas, Michigan? No pick out of Cole on this one. He's staying
I'm
away.
staying away from it.
Staying away.
I don't blame you.
Parker, you going to be the first to make a pick here?
Yeah, I'll put something down. I'll put some skin in the game. I like Texas. I mean, they got an explosive offense. They're coming back. You got a senior leading it. This is his make or break kind of like year.
I thought he was a redshirt sophomore. Or junior, redshirt junior.
Quinn's like a 5th-year senior.
Is he? Okay.
Yeah. He kind of needs to make a statement. And yeah, Michigan might be bad if that's what they're saying on the offensive side, but their defense is definitely going to be a top 5 defense this year, like they have been in the past. So like this is going to be a big game for that Texas offense to kind of solidify themselves. And plus, them going to the SEC, going against a Michigan defense is a good kind of first battle for what they're about to face in the back half of their schedule. So for that reason, I like Texas. I like Texas money line. I think 7.5 is too many points. I think that's a scary number.
Minus 310 is not a very good money line.
No.
Yeah, which stinks. Which stinks. But like, I would just take Texas to outright.
This is juiced to Michigan right now. Maybe later in the week, this will drop another point. I would love for it to drop a point.
Might look to buy some points. Who knows?
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat as Parker. I wrote them down at 6.5 just to get it under the touchdown number. However, I mean, you can't say Texas has never played in a stadium like Michigan. They played big games. They won at Alabama last year. I think they can win this game. 7.5 seems like a lot. That being said, I don't feel comfortable taking the 7.5 with Michigan. So I'm going to look for this.
For the minus 6.5, minus 138.
That's not a bad price to buy a point there. So I might look at that 6.5 number. If I felt more confident, I would say this would be a really good teaser line, but it's not even that because it could be volatile. However, I just think Texas is the overall better team. as far as targets and as far as quarterback play goes. So yeah, I don't think Michigan's quarterback has any experience with this big game atmosphere like Quinn Ewers does. So even though it is a home game, there's a lot of pressure. I'm sure this is probably game day this week.
I would think so.
I think it's
It
big
is.
noon.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Is it
so-
big noon?
It's Fox big noon this week.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the Cyhawk game might be game day.
No,
No,
it's not.
No.
no.
What
Where
else
the-
would it be? Where's game day at?
Hold on.
Tennessee and NC State play, but I don't think it would be there.
Let's do
I
some
don't know.
research.
Either way, this is just a big atmosphere for Michigan's quarterback as well. I'm gonna go with the experience. I'm gonna go with Texas. They've been in these hard battles on the road, and I don't think it phases them. So
They will be in Ann Arbor. They announced it
Really?
2 hours ago.
okay. So it's game day. It's big noon kickoff. Every eye in the country is gonna be watching this game. I don't know why this game is not 7 p.m. And
Because
But-
Fox, God forbid, Fox fucking changes the name of their show and lets us have good games in prime time.
so this is going to be really the only good 11 o'clock game on, but sounds like everybody's leaning Texas.
Towards
but-
Texas.
Well, I'm on Texas. You ain't let me talk. I'm on Texas. I like the under in this game too. I liked it a lot more when it was 3 points higher at 45.5. Now it's down to 42.5.
Mhm.
But both these teams have amazing defenses. And Cole, you might like this. I don't know about the rest of you guys. If you like watching big guys hit, both of these centers is it the Bolitnikov Award for centers?
that
yeah.
sounds familiar.
Both of these centers are going to be Bolitnikov finalists. Great center play in
They're
this
both
game.
dogs. They're both
Oh,
dogs.
dude, they're so good.
All right, little fun matchup to watch there. So everybody leaning Texas, but it sounds like everybody's going to wait for the weekend to see what the number's at.
For
So
sure, buy to
Texas-
6.5 if it doesn't move there naturally.
Texas
Yeah.
at your own risk. Let's go into our next game. Arkansas at OK State. The line is 7.5 in favor of OK State. The over/under is 62.5. I love me some OK State. They handled business last week against South Dakota State. I think they handled business here against Arkansas. Arkansas looked really, really fucking good against Arkansas Pine
Pine
Bluff.
Bluff.
But
70 points.
Dude, they
Yeah,
smacked the fuck out of them.
But
70
again-
points.
it's Pine Bluff. We know what Arkansas usually is when they get into the meat of their schedule. So I hope the guys had fun. I hope they had some partying, some fucking girls in their apartment after the game when they beat a bunch of nobodies. But Ollie Gordon is about to come in and fucking run this ball down their throats. So I like OK State. Again, I hate the 7.5 number. I will be a smart better and take this down to the 6.5. But I wouldn't hate anybody for taking it at the straight up 7.5 either. I just want to cover my ass. So go ahead and give me OK State 7.5.
I love it.
I don't see why 7.5 doesn't hit. Like, that's the thing. So it's like, that's a tough number to hit. But
The thing
I
that
don't
worries
see them losing by or winning. Yeah, no. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm fucking saying. By 8 points, you know?
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a 10, maybe 13-point game.
the thing that worries me is OK State's defense didn't look good. I understand South Dakota State and South Dakota State's a pretty good FCS squad, but giving up almost 400 total yards and allowing 20 points against an FCS team, like they almost went 1-for-1 on yards with them. They had a quick math, an extra 6 yards. They had 6 more yards of offense than they allowed, and that worries me. Honestly, I might be on Arkansas here plus the 7.5.
Really?
Yeah, give me Arkansas here, like because that worries me. That
I
just
don't
worries
know. Looking back at last year, the Oklahoma State finished, I think they had the 91st defense in the country, and they kept a bunch of guys, like Tyler was saying. What was it last week? They had like 20 guys.
Well, how did all those teams that kept a bunch of guys do last week? Because I don't think they did very good.
Besides Virginia Tech, they did fine. Shut the fuck up.
I don't know.
Charlotte.
I think the Miners.
That was one of those teams that Tyler was on last week because they kept a bunch of
But
guys.
no, I think this first game jitters got him out of the way. This defense gonna lock up. And Arkansas, there's no way Arkansas beats Oklahoma State here.
I'll take Arkansas plus the touchdown and a half.
10 returning defensive starters, by the way. Clark was that exact number.
Yeah.
And they gave up almost 400 yards of offense to a fucking FCS team.
One of the
That-
best FCS teams.
All right,
Still an
Parker,
FCS,
where are
If
you
not
going?
the best.
You see here, I'm like Josh.
Come
I think.
home.
Hold on, let me finish. That's not my pick.
2 words. Ollie Gordon.
I
He's a
get that.
dog.
I'm getting there. I get where you're coming
But Arkansas
from,
only
Josh.
allowed 7 yards rushing.
I get it. Can I
Against
speak
Pine
now?
Bluff.
All right, I get it. They played Pine Bluff. It's not a school like, yeah, you won by 70, but like that's like loading into 2K, and you know what I mean. Like that
Letting off
wasn't
some
a
steam.
matchup. I do get where you're coming from, Arkansas. I don't think they're slouches to be messed around. I do think they might hang around, but I do think Oklahoma State gets it done. At offense, I think that offense is just too much. I think they're just a steamroll. So unless they go and play some powerhouse offense, which I don't think Arkansas is there yet quite, because they haven't played a good defense. Now, what you said about them giving up points to the best FCS team, this is a little bit different than, you know what I mean? This is going to be a tougher challenge for Arkansas. I like Oklahoma State. I'm riding with Oklahoma State.
Another stat that I'm looking at here is Arkansas against Pine Bluff. Their running back room averaged 8.45 yards per carry. There's no way they replicate that against
Hogs,
Oklahoma
baby.
State.
Bunch of hogs. We usually call
No
them dogs,
way.
but those are Woo Pig Sueys, baby.
So Arkansas had the 107th best offense last year. You explode one game against Pine Bluff. It's not
It's not,
happening.
dude. It's not Arkansas's offense that I'm on. I'm against OK State's defense. You gave up almost 400 yards to an FCS team. You can't do that.
I just
And
Beg to
20
differ.
points. 400
Beg to
yards and
differ.
20 points. That's crazy.
Ollie Gordon is all you need to know. He's
All
gonna
Gordon's a
carry.
dog. I'm not saying he's not a fucking dog, dude. What?
What I'm saying is he's gonna be the reason Oklahoma State wins this game, whether it's by 7.5 or more. There's no way
I know there's
Arkansas
no-
replicates anything they did on offense last week against an Oklahoma State team. No way they replicate any of that.
there's going to be no convincing him, but I guess we've got our dukes up. So Parker, are you officially taking the 7.5? Which way?
Oklahoma State.
You're taking Oklahoma State minus the 7.5.
I am. Sorry,
All
Josh.
right. Josh,
That's
you're
fine. I'll ride solo, man. I don't care.
I
All right.
haven't seen enough Arkansas to get me on that Woo Pig yet.
I'm down here in the South, baby. What can I say?
game of the week for our
Yeah,
pod.
it's the
here.
only one that fucking
God.
matters.
It's hate week, and
God.
Iowa State has to come into Kinnick, and Iowa is 2.5-point favorites after a massive offensive explosion in the first game, not coached by Hayden Fry or Kirk Ferentz since the 70s. Iowa
Get fucked, Clark.
almost 500 yards of offense, had 40 points, only allowed 189 yards, 3 takeaways.
What?
Phil Parker
What?
had the defense
Ride.
tuned in. Only 4 for 15 on third down conversions for for Illinois State, and only 7 penalties for 50 yards on the Hawks. So the Hawkeyes came out. The defense was hot. We knew it would be. The offense took forever to get going. 6-0 at half. Our group chat was texting, does McNamara need to be pulled? He went a perfect 7 for 7 in the third quarter for 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. The running back stable looked great. And on the other side, Iowa State, Clark, how'd they look last week?
We did not look good. We lost two
normal year.
two offensive lineman starters and both of our linebackers starters in week 1. We looked pitiful, dude. We barely squeaked out a win, and we are not going to squeak out a win this week because we lost so many starters, 4 starters week 1. So other than that, I think this game's still going to be pretty close, but I don't think we're going to be able to stop the run. So
it needs to be stated that this game has gone under by a landslide every year, and the total is only at 35.5. It doesn't matter if one of these teams has the best offense in the country and one of these teams has the worst defense in the country. It's hate week. It's the Cy-Hawk Trophy. It's going to be nitty gritty. This is a fucking fist fight in a phone booth every single time. It comes down to Iowa State muffing a punt every time. Sorry for the flashbacks, Clark. I know you might have some PTSD.
There was a good one
that.
circulating on Twitch.
But
yeah,
I'm fully in on Iowa this week. I'll just take the money line. Actually, fuck it. Give me the points.
take it.
I love the points. Even though this could be a fucking 9-6 win, and that still covers 2.5. So give me the Hawks. I'm all in on the Hawks. It's not the Cyclones' year. It's our year. Who do you think you are? I am.
67% of the bets, but only 48% of the money on Iowa here.
I'm buying
Really?
points.
2.
You're seeing 74% on Iowa spread.
I'm buying points.
What do you
To
mean?
how much?
I might buy Iowa by a touchdown.
Iowa by
So
10.
6.5.
Yeah, 6.5. I want to
I
see
like
what
it.
Hawks by 1 million. What's that give me?
Honestly, I think Iowa could win by 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, I know all off season I
I'm
was
right there
saying
with
like
you.
I'm kind of worried about State.
Something
but
about
then-
that second half just kind of made it look good. Like Caleb Johnson, I didn't know he was suspended. Did any of you guys know he was suspended?
No.
That's why he didn't play, and that's why we had that freshman starting, Tyler, that we had a player suspended.
That is Kirk Ferentz for you, man. Keeping that shit close to the chest.
Amen. Anyways, we're not going to talk about it anymore. But yeah, he looked good when he stepped out there, and we had our freshman looked good too. Like I liked the things that I saw out of him.
Yeah.
And
Hey, you're not even talking about the best freshman we had for the day.
true. Go ahead, Josh. Highlight him.
I forget his name. Something Z. Fucking
Vanderzee, the wide
Vander
receiver.
Z, that's it.
Reese Vanderzee.
Dude, kid's a fucking dog and he's got 4 more years of eligibility behind him.
Is he a returner too, or who is that
I don't
returner
know
we had?
if he's returning, get him off of him. Can't risk that shit.
No, there's
Iowa's
somebody
got
else
a
returning.
receiver, and it's
Yeah.
everybody else's fucking problem, dude. But no, kind of like I was saying, dude. I was on State like all summer. I thought, what's his name, Raiola, or is that the Nebraska?
That's Nebraska.
That's Nebraska.
Rocco.
Bro, I thought
Rocco.
Rocco was like with the year of experience would like do good, and he still might. But like our offense, coupled with the fact that our defense is still our fucking defense, dude. Like I'm all in on Iowa. Don't care. Give me Iowa minus 2.5. It's all fucking day.
I don't blame you guys at all.
So you can't help but mention the fact that Iowa had more receivers score a touchdown in one game than they had in the previous 2 seasons. So
It tied both of the last 2 seasons.
one was 2. 1 year we only had 2.
2 years ago was
1 year
2.
we had 3.
Yeah.
But either way, it shows that the new OC is doing what he needs to do. However, Kirk is back this week. We don't know what the fuck's going to go on, but hopefully after putting up 40 points, Kirk is fine giving the keys up to both Phil Parker and Lester on the offensive side and letting them do their business and him just managing the game. It needs to be that way. Like it can't not be that way. Otherwise, we're going to see Iowa regress greatly if Kirk Ferentz takes back over the play. Well, not play calling, but the decision making on what we need to do. So I want to see Iowa's offense come out and show out here, but I still think this game goes way under because it always does.
Okay, that's what I was just gonna say. Is I honestly am gonna stay away from the spread because I think this game could still end up going either way. But I for sure love the under at 35.5 because this game's just gonna be ugly, dude.
I will say one of the things that we have talked about last year, and obviously we didn't have the podcast 2 years ago, but if we had an offense, we've talked about if we had an offense that is middle of the pack, top 50, that is how Iowa gets into a playoff spot, especially like a year like this. This is the
I don't even think we have
opportunity
to
to
be-
show that.
I'm sorry, Ethan. I didn't mean to cut you off. I don't even think we have to be top 50. Like top 80,
I agree.
I think, and we get in. I think.
Yeah, literally, I think Iowa State finished last year the 66th offense in the country. If you guys put anything like our offense up out there, I think you guys can win a Big Ten championship.
Yeah, the highest scoring game in recent history, 2016, Iowa won 42-3, and then in 2017, Iowa won 44-41 in overtime. However, the last few games, 2018 was 13-3 Iowa, 19 18-17 Iowa, 2021 27-17 Iowa, 2022 10-7 Iowa State, and 2023 was 20-13. So these games aren't going over this 35 number, and I think this number creeps down actually the closer we get to the weekend.
If this number moves down, you better take the over.
I think it's I like the line right where it is right now. I think you should take it right now, the under here.
But it's just such a popular thing, like the public, like, oh, Iowa under.
And then you hammer the
and everyone's
over.
already on it. No,
The thing is, like last year,
Let them build it all the way down to like 29 or 32, and then you take the over.
I think at 32, it's worth an over bet, but at 35,
last year was the lowest this line's been in the last decade.
34.5.
34.5 exactly. Yeah. In the year prior to that, it was 39. Every other year, this line's usually in the mid to upper 40s. I think Iowa can put up points this year, guys. I think the books, because I mean, the under we gave on the show of 40.5 hit. The game day under did not hit. The game
I took 37.5 day of the game, and it didn't hit. Iowa won 40-0 under the 40.5. So that snake bit me. But I think just the way this game gets played, you're going to know right away whether it's an over or not. If it's first drive, both teams go down and score, you're in shape for a competitive game with some scoring in it. If it's 3 and out, get ready to fucking kick your feet up, and it's going to be a clean fight. So I'll still lean to the under just till proven otherwise. So
has everybody given their pick?
Yeah, I think we're all on the Hawks.
Right.
Or
Clark,
under at least.
Even Clark, you're even on the Hawkeyes?
I'm not touching the spread.
Say it.
But
Say you're
the
a Hawkeye.
under.
Say you're a Hawkeye fan. Do it.
I really do think I'm
Fuck
on
you.
I really do think I'm on the over here. I really
Clark,
do.
this is like a moment of coming out of the closet. Just say you're a Hawk fan. Change your tattoo to say I fucking love the Hawks, not fuck the Hawks. Like
No.
Fuck little carrot. I love the Hawks.
Yeah. Come on, man. It's gonna be okay. But
I'm not touching the spread. Under's a lock for sure. Iowa 300 plus rushing yards for sure. That's what's happening.
all righty. Let's get into our next one. We got Kansas at Illinois. Illinois 5.5 point dogs at home. The total is 55.5. And I can just say, boys, I want nothing to fucking do with this game. So
Really?
take it from here. I don't care. I'll let anybody sway me whatever way. But as of right now, I don't want to fucking see a second of this game. I don't give a shit.
What, Kansas, Illinois?
Yeah.
This game happened last year.
Okay. Didn't watch it then, not watching it now.
Kansas is going to win. They won by 10 last year, and the spread's only 5.5, and Kansas got better. Their defense got better,
Fred was only 3.5 last year.
and Kansas won by 10 or 11. And I don't think Illinois got that much better, but I know Kansas got better. Kobe Bryant, their DB,
He's good.
he's dang
Helicopter.
good.
I don't want to know what you be watching on Twitter.
All right. Anyway,
Did you not get
Kobe Bryant.
wait, over
Oh,
his
well,
head?
you don't have to. Too soon. Too soon.
But no, right
Here.
away, I'm Kansas minus 5.5 Like I really like that line.
Yeah, I like that too. I would take that.
Yeah. Yeah, I love Kansas.
I like that was quick. Well, maybe Cole likes
Coley?
ILL.
Cole?
I don't bet college football. It's
I don't
so
know that.
volatile. It's so volatile, and none of it matters because I'm here for the NFL.
Okay.
Give us a little bit longer. We'll be there. We got 2 more games.
I know. That's why. I mean, I'm just over here eating my chips.
Let's get to the next one. Tennessee at NC State plus 7.5. Totals 59.5. What, Ty?
NC State looked like shit week 1. Looked like shit week 1, which sucks because I have an over on their season win total. They looked like shit. This game is at home. The Wolfpack will be rowdy. I don't know, man. I'm still taking Tennessee and their electric quarterback, the fucking true sophomore with, I don't know, he might have redshirted last year. He's a sophomore, whatever classification sophomore he is. He's a sophomore, and he's a dog. He's an athletic freak. Go ahead and give me him. His name's Nico something. I'm not going to slaughter it. I like Tennessee here. Again, I'm going to take them down to that 6.5 number. Just to be smart better. I don't want 7.5s and dying by a hook.
I'm on the same boat there. NC State was pretty bad last week. Literally just ditto. I don't even have to say nothing. Ditto.
Yeah, I'm same. I didn't know if anybody would be on NC State here. I know we had some believers last week.
Down on Rocky Top.
Parker, where are you going here?
Give me Rocky Top. And if they're not wearing their blackout uniforms, I don't want it. But I still want Rocky Top because you would have to be dumb not to bet them. Yeah, I like that Nico kid too, Tyler. He can play. He can ball, that's for sure. He might be skinny, but he's got a cannon back there for an arm. He can really let it fly. They like to let it fly. So
yeah. It took a 21-point fourth quarter for NC State to beat Western Carolina. They were down, or they were tied at the half. Third quarter, they were losing, and their defense pitched a shutout in the fourth, and their offense woke up. You ain't going to be able to do that shit with Tennessee. So that's kind of my only reason is straight up the eye test. One team looked really, really good against a very, very bad team week 1, and one team looked very, very bad against a very, very bad team week 1. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to take the team that, I don't know, just looked more put together and more ready to play in a relatively big game. It's not the biggest game of the evening. The next game is, but this one will definitely have some eyes on it. So let's get to that biggest game of the evening with everybody riding Rocky Top there. And let's take Colorado into Nebraska, a rivalry that everybody's hyping up and a rivalry that nobody's gave a fuck about since the 90s. Because both of these teams
they've only met twice since then.
Absolutely fucking suck. I hate that they're pushing this narrative of it's a rivalry.
It was a rivalry.
This is one of the biggest rivalries in the history of college football.
All Big 12 rivalries were the best.
They just haven't been in the same conference, so they haven't played. But like,
it doesn't matter if you're a true rivalry. You fucking schedule the game every year. Schedule the game if you're a rivalry.
Okay? I don't blame you.
I hate the whole narrative of we haven't played in fucking 20 years. And like, if I'm a coach or if I'm a player on one of these teams, and my coach comes into the locker room and is like, "This is a rivalry game," and blah blah blah. Nobody on the fucking team has seen this game played before. These guys have no skin in the fucking game.
They played last year.
I get what you're trying to say.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it
hasn't happened in a while.
It doesn't. The
whole
coming back, thing's a joke.
I think it's coming back.
I hate that narrative. I'm tired of it getting pushed down our throat. And I'm coming in over the top, boys. Colorado plus 7.5. I've always been off the Kool-Aid. I'm fucking drinking it this week. Give me Colorado plus 7.5.
That's the craziest take I've heard all fucking year. Did you watch that Colorado game?
I did watch that Colorado game.
They look like shit. They still don't have linemen.
All I had to see was fucking Travis Hunter catch that ball for his third touchdown.
That ball was fucking crazy.
All I had to see.
That was nuts. But I like Nebraska's defense.
Ain't got anybody.
I'm on Big Red here, dude.
Big Red's D is
saying it.
pretty good. They were what, probably top 10 in the country last year, maybe top 15.
No,
Dude,
they
I
weren't that
swear.
high. They
Two
weren't that
things.
high.
Two things. Fuck Big Red, and Big Red has nobody that can stop Horn or Hunter.
73% of the money's against.
They can't
Ohio.
even grow
Nebraska?
green corn. What makes you think they can play defense?
Nebraska was the 11th defense for opponents' points per game last year.
I don't care. I think Nebraska's offense is trending in the right direction.
They held UTEP to 205 yards. At least UTEP's a fucking D1 team.
It doesn't matter. I guarantee you play UTEP versus North Dakota State. North Dakota State whoops that fucking ass. I promise you. So Colorado played a better opponent. And yes, it was a dogfight, but we all knew it was going to be a dogfight. Nebraska, they played UTEP. They played them well. Big game for a young quarterback. Matt Rule still has, yes, his culture is growing. Nebraska is going to be a good team. I just don't think the athleticism of the weapons of Colorado can be stopped by Nebraska here. I'm willing to be wrong on this game, but again, eye test. Colorado didn't look great. I still think this team only wins
bad.
6 games, but I think that they're going to come in here and fucking just out athleticism Nebraska. It's going to be physical versus athleticism, and I'm taking athleticism in this one. We saw USC versus LSU. That was supposed to be physical versus athleticism. Athleticism won. So
I think that game could have started out of hand, and Colorado's OC lost his way because that second half looked like a different offense compared to that, like, into the first half kind of offense, because they started running in between the tackles. And yes, you're a new line and stuff, so that's going to have quirks and kinks, but that's not what that team is. They've built that team around their wideouts and getting the ball out quick and in space. Once they started doing that, man, it's good luck. I mean, even if you cover, you got to cover Travis Hunter. You have to keep 2 people on that side of the field. Otherwise, you're going to get torched by him. You literally have to put 6 people around him in a box just to be able to stop him. And I don't even know if that could stop him.
I don't think Travis Hunter gets to play 120 plays this game.
yes, yeah, he does. I'm with Parker on this wholeheartedly. If you don't double cover Hunter, he's torching whoever's out there. And Nebraska may have one guy in the secondary who could shut down Hunter, but you don't have anybody for Horn on the other side.
Exactly. You've seen it.
Yes. Like, it's too much. They can't scheme it up defensively to shut it all down.
Yet.
I would love to not be on Nebraska, but after what I watched last week, I can't be on Colorado.
I will never, until Colorado proves me wrong, I can't touch them. So I'm taking Nebraska -7.5 here.
You can do a no pick. That is true. You can do it.
No.
I mean, you can, but I still
It's
like
one
Big
of the
Red
big
here.
3 games this week. I'm not gonna not pick one of the big games.
Yeah, I'm still going Big Red here. I think defensive wise, they're good. Colorado's still going to score a lot of points, but
We'll meet you in the alley then, boys.
Fucking crazy. Give me
Come
Rado.
on, T.
we'll duke
What'd
it
you say,
out.
Cole?
You're fucking crazy. Give me Colorado. I'm drinking the Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Get this guy out of here.
We're going to meet you boys in the alley. I have never been this
See this?
fired up.
Fucking Kool-Aid. Cheers, motherfuckers.
I'll put my money with 73% of the money any day.
You're a public sharp. You're just go with the public. Follow the herd, you fucking
Vegas
geek.
loves people like you.
Hey, I won money last week. Did you guys?
Nebraska is not
Hey,
I
who's
did.
2-0?
Technically, I did win money.
Who's 2-0?
I don't mean
Overall,
shit. What's
did
your
I win
account
money?
look like?
just saying.
I'm gonna say where I can't bet. That's crazy.
My picks on the show last week went 6-2. Now my betting record, what I put down, got a little silly. But on this program, 6-2, and I'm keeping that fucking going.
I won
So
500 last week. I'll take that on the picks I gave out on this show.
Put your small dick away.
on this program, 6-2.
Hey, you did not have to dox me like that.
And
Absolutely.
that is our last college football game because it's NFL week 1. not a ton going on in the NCAA.
I'm gonna
So
come.
let's hear a message from our sponsor.
This episode of Show Me the Money is brought to you by Tavern Sports, your place to get fun sports content, sportsbook lines and parlays, and of course food reviews with Big E's Ballpark Bites. You can follow Tavern Sports on Instagram at Tavern Sports 2023, TikTok at Tavern.Sports, and Twitter at Tavern Sports 23.
And let's get right back into the NFL action, guys. We start tomorrow night. Actually, for you listeners, tonight. So, Baltimore going into Kansas City. It's back-to-back banner night. Kansas City, 3-point favorites, over under 47.5. Who's got a pick for me?
I seen a stat that was something like Lamar's 18-0-1 or something like that when he's favored on the road by less than 4 points.
Well, he ain't fucking favored.
Or when he's a dog, sorry, when he's a dog on the road by less than 4 points.
Anybody else got a pick?
Let me tell you why that does not fucking matter. You're looking at Patrick Mahomes. You're looking at Travis Kelce. You're looking at a fucking Super Bowl team that did not lose anybody. They're going to be dangerous. They're going to be dangerous year round.
Lost a DB.
They lost
like half of their receiving room.
Yeah, but it didn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Room was pissed, so that's irrelevant. But
Doesn't matter.
Losing
quick, can't catch him.
Rashid Rice is out of this game.
No, he's not.
Doesn't matter.
He's suspended.
It doesn't matter.
When was his suspension announced?
I think that's
thought
true.
that was like a foregone thing from the fucking from the accident from over the summer.
I don't think anything happened with that.
No.
Hollywood Brown was ruled out today. I know that.
Yeah.
Travis Kelce's in the news for some drama.
Oh, there's some blooper going around of him and T Swift breaking up supposedly from a script. I don't know.
Yeah,
has not made its decision on a suspension of Kansas City receiver Rashid Rice.
Yeah, there's nothing said on that. So they're out a receiver they didn't have last year when they beat this Ravens team. The only thing about this Chiefs team that's different that slightly worries me is no Snead in the secondary to cover Zay Flowers.
He's out.
Zay Flowers is out?
Yeah, he's suspended.
That's right.
Why is Zay suspended? Is he one of the ones that got hit with one of those random ones last week that they're not telling anybody about?
No. I just saw it.
No, you're right. I mean, he's not on the depth chart. I mean, yeah, that definitely pushes me back towards Kansas City here because fuck.
What happened to Snead?
Snead got traded.
Where did he get traded to? Or is he just in limbo with his contract?
No, he is a Titan.
Oh, personal conduct.
Oh,
yeah, this from the sweeping suspensions from like a week ago that they haven't given any explanation, but they gave like 8 guys suspensions.
Yeah, Snead is a Titan now, but that's cool. I'm good with. I was on Kansas City before I thought Zay Flowers was out. I love Kansas City even more with Zay Flowers out. There's just too many questions for Baltimore for me right now. The O-line is a question mark for me. The running game is going to be fine with Derrick Henry. Who are we throwing the ball to besides Mark Andrews is definitely a question.
Isaiah Likely, baby.
Yeah, okay, I guess. Enjoy that. But I'm not going to sweat the points here.
Wait. They cleared it.
So Zay's not suspended?
No. As of 10 hours ago.
Okay, well, either way, give me Kansas City money line. I'm not going to sweat the 3 points.
It doesn't matter.
Cole's on the Chiefs with me. Clark, where are you going?
Give me Baltimore. +3.
I respect it. I mean, I do, but I don't.
It's going to be a cagey affair. So
Yeah.
it is worth
The
noting.
game's gonna get hot. I will tell you that.
I'll
Parker,
take-
where are you at?
I like KC. I do think this game might come down to a field goal. I do think both field goal kickers are very exceptional. You want to hope it stays out of overtime because that's just probably going to kill everyone's bet.
Free football, fucking week 1, baby.
But that would be awesome. I'm all about the free football. Don't get me
That
wrong.
would be kind of cool. Not gonna lie.
Game 1, week 1, free football.
This is going to be a good game. I think both teams have really good defenses, so I think there's going to be a lot thrown at both quarterbacks. They're going to be trying different things, but I like KC. I think Coach Reed's definitely got a game plan, and I think they're looking to be the first team to three-peat.
Well, you're
Agreed.
definitely not wrong there. Everyone's trying to win the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah.
With the information that Zay is playing, I'll go back to Baltimore like I was initially. I like Baltimore's defense a lot more than I like
Agreed.
Kansas City's defense. I like their secondary a lot more. I like their linebacking core a lot more. Kansas City probably has them on the D line. I mean, let's be real. Karlaftis and Chris Jones are just absolute fucking animals. But Baltimore tends to turn out a half decent O-line most of the time, so I'm okay with that. I'll take Baltimore.
The other thing I wanted to talk about too was, doesn't the under hit a ton week 1 in the NFL?
Yes, the unders in the last 3 years are 32-16 in week 1. So
This is one of those games I think could go under.
I'm not against you in that at all.
47.5, yeah.
I think this game definitely could go under. So I like that pick there, Clark, and the trends are with you on that one as well.
The next game we're going to talk about is 100% going under. Packers at the Eagles, but it's in Brazil, neutral site. Eagles -3, total 48.5.
Are they both wearing green?
Yes. I
No,
would
the
assume
Eagles
so.
are in white with black helmets. But it came out today. It's like a 10-hour flight or some shit like that, and the guys aren't allowed to leave the hotel and all that kind of shit. This game's going under. It's 100%
for sure.
going under.
Where they're not allowed to wear green?
The Packers are wearing green.
The Packers are wearing green.
It's their gang colors down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the Packers are wearing green. They fucking threw that shit to the wind.
Yeah, I know, but that's like why they can't they can't leave because of that, and like
Over under.
Well, and they have
Someone
like
gets
they
shot.
have the NFL hired mercenaries to be around the hotel and shit. It's crazy. Like, why are we doing this? If you have to go
It's
this far to
pointless.
make it to where you can do this game, don't do the game.
Yeah. What do we think about 63% of the money being on Philly here? Because
I like
I would
it.
think it'd be different here.
I'm against that. I'm on the Packers money line here. I think the
No,
Packers
no,
are going to be
that's-
a really good squad this year.
That's what I'm saying is I don't get why 63% of the money is on Philly -2 right now. I think it should be opposite. I think it should be on Green Bay.
Yeah, the way Philly ended the season gives me no confidence.
No.
Losing the centerpiece of their offense, believe it or not, Jason Kelsey ran that offense. Powerful influence in the leader in the locker room.
Well, he was the one calling like audibles and shit at the end
Yeah,
of the year
who's
last year
gonna-
too.
Who's going to identify the mic? Can Jalen Hurts do that?
Well, they got a center that's been behind fucking Jason for 2 years now. They got a
Yeah,
good
that's
backup
fair.
center, but he's not a Hall of Famer yet. Whereas Jason Kelsey is a fucking Hall of Famer. So
Yeah.
Yeah, but where's
Right out of the
tush
gate.
push at? Who knows?
I saw was there a college
Yeah.
team that ran a fake tush push last week or something?
no, fucking there was a college running tush push. I don't remember who. I had it on the screen on my TV though. I heard
I
the
know,
fucking announcer.
I saw a fake one on Twitter. I don't know if it was like last year, this year, but they ran a fake tush push where they tossed it to the running back behind me, just skirted out to the side. It was beautiful. But give me Green Bay +2.5. I love it.
I'm right there with you. I think Philly's a bunch of fucking fools. I think they're frauds this year. I mean, they're frauds every year, but I don't believe in them. I think Jordan Love is actually. I hate saying this as a Bears fan. I think
Then
Jordan
don't
I
say
know.
gonna
He's
have
good.
a good year.
I'm
good.
not. I just don't think he's great. I really don't. He might be good, but I don't think he's. I don't think he
I
should
mean-
have the largest quarterback contract in the history of the fucking league. That's for damn sure.
Amen.
That's
No,
crazy.
It's only the biggest right now because they are locking him down because he's the quarterback of their franchise for the foreseeable future. That contract's going to look really good in 3 years. So he's the highest paid right now, but they're just getting it in before 5 years later when they're drafting his replacement. They don't have to pay him fucking $1 billion. So
We're gonna have to pay
Agreed.
Caleb fucking 60 a year. Maybe
So
65, dude.
are
It's
we
gonna
for
be crazy.
the most part on Green Bay?
I'm not touching the spread. I'm hammering the under. I just saw it went up a point. It's at 49 and a half
Really?
now. I'm
I
on
do
that.
like that under.
I'm
I'm on
also
that
fine
under.
with that. I would.
I'm gonna go
Also
against
place
you
it.
guys. I have
10
more.
hours, 10-hour
Standards.
flight.
I
That's
have
crazy.
morals and standards. I can't play money with the Packers. I don't know how you fake Bears fans call yourself Bears
I'm
fans.
not touching the Packers. What are you
I know
talking
you're
about?
fine.
Oh, okay. All right.
Guess who
But
isn't a Bears
you-
fan?
Hate. And Tyler, you hate on the Packers. And then you go
Uh,
over here.
Hand up, boys. I might be a Bears fan till the day I
Money
fucking
don't
die.
discriminate. Money don't
That
discriminate.
right there is Walter Payton. I got a Bears helmet back here.
I
don't
get
fucking
it.
matter.
I seen it.
I have a futures bet on the Packers going over 9.5. That'd be the best money I ever lost if they fucking only win 8 games and don't make the playoffs. That'd be fucking phenomenal. But Packers are a good team. My money don't discriminate. I have them over on their win total for the year. I think they win this game. The Packers are a good, solid franchise.
Yeah, I was
Handle
saying,
business and go home.
I love it.
Josh Jacobs absolutely helps that too.
Josh Allen is a good player. Let's move on. Let's get to our Bears. Sunday noon. The Titans coming into Chicago for Caleb's first game. It looks like it's a 4.5 point spread, total 45.5.
So hot. All of it is
What's the stat? Someone has the stat.
I
don't
do.
know what it
Number 1 overall picks are 4-22-1 straight up, which how you're 1 straight up. I didn't know a number 1 pick got into a tie in their first game, but okay. And 7-20 ATS in their first start. So
Since like 02, right?
I believe it was 03 maybe, but yeah, it doesn't really matter. Number 1 overall picks don't do well straight up. They don't do well against the spread.
it was Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray was the tie.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's funny as fuck.
They are 0-8-1 since then.
I understand that number. I'm gonna take the Bears money line. A, because I'm a Bears fan. B, I think our roster's too talented for the Titans, and because they too are coaching change. Now, if Vrabel was there still, I'd be on the Titans because Vrabel would have schemed something up for Caleb in his
I hear
offense.
you.
But I think even if we have to rely on our run game, which notably Bears and Titans were 4th and 5th in rush defense last year, I still think our rushing game is going to be able to be effective enough that we can win this game. Caleb will find Rome or DJ.
No, it's a Cole Kmet game, baby.
Yeah, like
Dude, I
I'm
hope.
taking the-
But did you see how much they were using Gerald in the fucking? Well, it would
Yeah,
have been
but
the third
we'll have Keenan
preseason
now.
game.
We'll get Keenan in the offense now too.
Yeah,
He won't be on the sideline.
I think the Bears win this game, but I think if you're a spread better, Tennessee plus 4.5, keeping it close, the trends are with you. I don't know. I think the Titans could sneakily make this game close, but I'll be on the Bears money line.
30-second picks, Tyler. Jesus Christ. I'm on the Bears minus the 4.5. Give it to me. I might buy the point if it moves. I don't know. I'm not going to buy 2, but if it moves to 3.5, I'll probably buy a point.
Move it to 5.5. It won't matter. It's Bears by a million. It does not matter. This team is too good. Caleb has something to prove. You know, he got shit on all fucking offseason where it was either you're really fucking good or you're going to be a shit quarterback.
Parker?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Cole.
And I feel like he heard way too much of the negative side where he's so cool and like calm, where he's going to let that take over. This is a Bears by. It could be 7. It could be maybe probably 8, 9. This is a Bears win by a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the Bears here. This line kind of confuses me. Jags at Dolphins.
All
Dolphins
right,
favored.
cool. I'm
We
not.
didn't give picks.
Oh, sorry.
I
thought
didn't
we were
even
giving
give
picks
an
as we went.
opinion. I was
My
just
bad.
letting Cole finish his train of thought.
My
We're
bad.
fucking gonna skip over the Bears that quick too. Jesus.
Been
Yeah,
on
no.
for like 5 minutes.
I'm actually really excited about this Bears team. Our defense, I know it was preseason, but like the schemes and packages we were running, and it looked like we were running a lot of more blitz packages and stuff.
We're moving.
I like the fact that we're gonna see it with all our heavy hitters now.
Oh,
I like
Facts.
we're gonna see Brisker and Johnson and them get in there on cornerback blitzes and safety blitzes and just kind of cause havoc and get to do what they can do. But yeah, I know the tides are against the spreads against quarterbacks and the first round pick, but I
Mhm.
like this one here for Caleb Williams. Tennessee has some lookout with them getting Calvin Ridley, so maybe it'll help open up D-Hop a little more, but they still
Ridley's
have
ass, bro.
we still have
not
Will
ass.
Levis back there at quarterback who still hasn't really proven himself. He can play and he understands the offense, but this year we're going to see if they can open up that playbook and see if this is his year to try to make something of it.
He's got an arm.
I like this Bears team though. I'm all on it so far, so I got high hopes. Give me Bears minus 4.5.
I hate to be a party pooper here, but I think the Bears win this game. Whether it's by 3, 7, 14.
Yeah, I hope they win. Just flat out.
I don't know, but I'm gonna take the guy who puts mayo in his coffee to cover the spread here. I'm taking
Foul.
Tennessee plus 4.5, but in doing so, I'm also taking the over for some reason. I feel like
I'm right there with you.
I feel like there could be some points put on the board here, man. I don't know, but yeah, give me Tennessee plus 4.5 and the over 44.5.
I don't really hate the Tennessee plus 4.5. I'm going to say it. I just think the Bears win it money line. I'm not going to sweat the points in Caleb's debut. So, Josh, you tried jumping to it. Let's get to it now. Jags at Dolphins. Dolphins 3-point favorites. The total is 49.5. I'm all over the Dolphins here. I think the Dolphins run wild early in the season. ETN's going to look really good for Jacksonville. I'm still such a question mark on Trevor Lawrence. I just think the Dolphins are the Dolphins. And in the regular season, that offense is probably going to be number one again. And yeah, so I'm all over them. Go ahead and give me the Fins -3.
I love the pick. As much as I want to take Jacksonville, I like Miami here. Their team looks a lot better. I'm so scared though, because Miami every year just at the end of the year it looks like crap. And it's like, are they ever gonna find it for a full season?
If it won last year, this year.
Is this a Miami home game?
Yes.
Yeah, it's in Miami, but I don't think the Heat's going to be a factor because it's another Florida team.
Yeah. Give me Miami, but I really, really want to jag off.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, Clark. I want Miami, but I like it when Jacksonville's playing good. There's just something about it that kind of just makes them fun to watch.
I love ETN.
They got a really good rookie wide receiver that I'm looking to see if he's going to make a big impact. Brian Thomas Jr.
Thomas Jr. I like
Yeah.
Brian Thomas Jr.
I took him in one of my drafts. I am actually excited about that kid.
I took him in one of our drafts too. I took him in our draft.
Coley?
Dolphins all day.
Fins,
doesn't
baby.
Dolphins. The
And
Dolphins.
I love the over of 48.5 here too. I didn't mention
Over.
that. Love the over.
Oh yeah.
I do like the over.
I kind of agree there, yeah. What's the next game?
Texans at Colts. Colts are plus 2.5. Total 49.5 is again.
Under.
I'm surprised that the spread is this close on this game. That's crazy. It looks like it's moved to No, it's still 2.5. That's so crazy to me.
I'm gonna be honest. I like the under here. Part of this game, like you think it's gonna be a shootout, but it's just like I don't know. Houston beefed up their defense. Indiana's got a good D line.
It's Texans. It's Texans money line all the way. All the
Texans
way.
minus 2.5, dude. I don't give a fuck about these points. Like
Yeah.
that's so crazy to me.
Yeah, I
Why
think the
is
like I get it, and like I do like Anthony Richardson,
I love Anthony
and their
Richardson.
offense is starting to be something, but I don't really think they have all the weapons that's needed for that offense. They have potential to be good. Their defense definitely needs some work though. I don't think their defense is going to be able to hang. The Texans are going to be in a high explosive offense this year, and they're going to be a hard team to stop. Like the Texans should handle business.
Do they think the Texans are going to be bad, or do they think the Colts are going to be good? Because this
I
just
think-
doesn't make sense to me.
It has to
think
be
that they
Colts
think-
good.
I think they think the Colts are gonna be pretty good.
That's
Which
But, like,
power to them. I'll take the
I-
book's money. I don't care.
I kind of agree though. Like I think this Indiana team's gonna be solid this year.
But
Just-
AR's coming off of injuries, so you got to hope he's still
He's
like
had a while to
true.
get
But
good.
like when you get in game, it's different. And these guys, he's gonna get hit now, so it's like, is he-
but he's a
I mean,
big
he's
boy.
a running quarterback.
Wrong
That's what
49er.
he's a running quarterback. So like, you don't know. I mean,
He's 250, bro.
he'll be all right. I think
He's a
But-
brick shit house.
he's got some catching up to do. 'Cause
No.
How many games did he actually play?
I think
Like
2,
3.5, 4.
3.5, 4. Yeah.
So yeah, he's
I
still
think
got
I
to
got
the
hurt in week
game.
4.
Give me Houston minus 2.5. But I love this game. This is gonna be a fun one.
What is next?
The
Vikings
Vikings.
at Giants. Giants getting a 1.5. Total 41.5.
I hate this game.
I could care less about this game, honestly.
You
Yeah.
could have scrubbed it. You
I'm
coulda scrubbed
I'm
it.
all over the Giants plus 1.5 here.
Don't the Vikings have like 12 people hurt or something like that?
They don't have a starting quarterback. They have
Yeah.
Sam fucking Darnold.
But hey, revenge game.
Just
Wait, no,
throw it
that's
up
the
to
Jets.
Jefferson,
That's the
bro.
Jets.
That's the Jets.
Who's covering Justin Jefferson for the Giants?
They got a couple guys in the secondary. I don't know their secondary very well, but
Honestly,
their D-line is
Eli
fucking-
Apple.
If I'm the Vikings, it's hand the ball off, throw it as far as you can to Justin Jefferson, and let him just be better than everybody out on that defense, and just jump up there and catch the ball every time. That needs to be their offense, and that's the only way they're staying in that game if they have a chance.
Who tears an ACL here?
There you
I'd
go.
bet on that.
Nobody. Let's hope nobody, but
I think there's a more
Don't
ACLs.
put that out there.
Hey, I'm just saying it. They're playing at MetLife. Something's happening, and I'd bet again. I'd bet on it. I'd
Well,
rather
what do
bet
you
on
think,
that
man?
than the game.
yeah, Mr. NFL, we're here.
I just tried to trade for Tyler's whole team on fantasy. I don't even know what game we're on.
Okay.
Giants Vikings.
Give me the fucking Vikings. It does not matter. It's the Giants, bro. Why are we talking about this fucking game?
Danny
All right.
Dimes, that's why.
Danny Dimes is covering 1.5 points.
Fuck him. It's Justin Jefferson. It does not matter. You could have my fucking father sleeping on the field throwing to Justin Jefferson and they'd still win by 45.
All right, let's get to a game that actually is interesting, and that's the Cowboys at the Browns. The Browns are 2.5 point favorites here. I know the Browns defense phenomenal at home. It doesn't matter. Give me the Cowboys. I think Deshaun Watson is done for. I think he's washed. I think he's trash. Go ahead and give me the Cowboys, who didn't make any fucking moves in the offseason, but I think Dak to CeeDee Lamb is money. Rico Dowdell is going to have to do something in the backfield, but I just can't trust Deshaun here. So I'm going to go ahead and Take Cowboys plus 2.5.
Do you like the money line?
I don't hate them money line, but I'll take the points. I might even buy this up to 3, just so I can have that push option. But I'll be on Dallas in this game.
Yeah, I don't like Cleveland's offense at all with Deshaun Watson being back.
And Nick Chubb's, we don't know.
Hurt.
He's out.
He's out for what?
He's
Probably
out
5
for
right
weeks.
now,
weeks.
4 weeks.
Jerome Ford.
Yeah, he's on my team.
Jerome
for
Ford
fantasy.
did play pretty darn good, but I still like Dallas here. Plus 2.5 is crazy.
I want to stay away.
That's fine.
I
don't know what's
stay
coming
away.
from either team.
Here's the thing. I know I'm going to bet on this game because I want to bet a touchdown because I know this Cowboys offense is good and it's explosive, but like we all know who's at the helm of it, Dak Prescott, and he likes to choke a lot. So do the Cowboys. So who knows? I mean, CD did just get paid, so who knows if they're going to try to make a statement. This Browns defense is really good. A lot can happen here. I'd like to stay away from it.
Commissioner's exempt list. What does that mean?
Who's that?
CeeDee Lamb.
I have no idea.
Got nothing for you. I really don't.
It says he's out until the 8th.
That's like tomorrow.
That's when his
Saturday.
contract's going to be finalized. I don't know. I thought it already was. Maybe I don't.
I'm pretty sure he got paid.
He already signed it. Yeah.
He already got paid. You want to move on?
Yeah, let's move on.
Yeah, give me down.
I'm excited. This next game is fun. Rams at the Lions, and the Lions are minus 3.5. This is a rematch of the playoff game that we had just last year.
What do you know? Does anybody know what there's like? I mean, the Lions won, but what was the final score?
I can look it up. Final score, January 14th. That
24-23.
24-3. You know what?
But they added no.
This is just.
I think we're seeing the end of a career coming in LA, and
oh yeah,
it sucks to say, but I think we're on a downward spiral for a few pieces in that offense. Not saying they can't still sling it. They're still going to be a good team, but I just think they're not going to be there fully. And I think this Rams team or this Lions team is just still on that slope, and they're going to be real good this year. I think their whole defense and offense is back. I think they're going to be more selective in plays and give people more roles. But I like this Lions team by a lot.
Yeah, I like Detroit here, minus 3.5. I think we all know what Josh thinks about Stafford. I think
he's dead.
His shoulder's gone. You say it all the time. I still like Puka fantasy wise though, but I like Detroit here.
I mean, they got Kupp and they got Puka.
They got good receivers.
The receiving core isn't bad.
Their running back, Kyron, even is still really good.
They just got Blake.
Good running back. It's the fact that they were who they were because they had Aaron Donald. And I will full-heartedly admit that.
Defensively, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take the Lions minus 2.5.
It's not strong.
3.5.
I'm buying a point.
Buying down? Okay.
Yeah.
I like the Lions minus 3.5.
Yeah.
This is another game that I would move up to 5 or 9.
I just think it's because Sean McVay's the head coach. I think that's why this spread is so small.
I'm sorry, I missed it. Little stat just to jump back, a trend that I need to get out. Divisional home dogs are 22-7 ATS week 1 since 2010. That only applies to the Colts and the Texans game. So trends since 2010 said the Colts cover that, but I'm not buying that one. So just I had to throw that out there before we got too far gone.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So we all kind of Detroit fans here.
Yeah.
For sure.
All right. Next game.
I line.
I'm excited for this one. Monday Night Football. Jets at the
Fuck
49ers. Minus 3.5 for the Niners.
You know who's back?
A-Rod.
Yup.
For a few
Over
plays.
under 2.5 plays, is it?
Over, baby. He's been smoking that
That's
fucking shit.
so fucked.
If he stays healthy,
This
Uh-oh.
Jets team. This
If he
Jets team is
stays healthy.
exciting.
They're not
Uh-oh.
home, so he's not going to run out with a fucking American flag. So
I'll be honest. The Niners, this is their year again, probably their last year to make that push with this team.
oh yeah,
I think they're going to win a lot of football games, and I think they'll handle the Jets here. Give me them minus 3.5 if that's still what it is.
So
they have to win this year. Otherwise, they're not going to be able to pay a defense coming up in the future because everyone's paid on offense.
Yeah, they're going to have to start trading
a
pieces.
trend for this game is since 2000, the loser of the Super Bowl is 5-19 ATS week 1. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Jets plus 3.5 and follow the spread and follow the trend. But
Okay.
I don't know. With Ayuk being out for as long as he was and Williams being out as long as he was, maybe a little rust, but I think those guys are pros and will be
Yeah.
fine. So I'm just kind of worried about that a little bit, but I'll take the Jets and their defense and the Aaron Rodgers hype train to finally arrive in New York.
Kind of also like the under here because I think this is like a 21-14 maybe kind of game with the over under being at 43.5. I think this could be a good defensive game.
I agree with that. But on the other hand, you have the Niners who could run the scoreboard up if they get ahead.
Here's how I kind of see things. I'm hoping that this game is like 30-30 and it's awesome, right? That's what we hope for. But every year we get disappointed, and like I think it was last year or the year before where it was like every game went like under and nobody could score over like 10 points in a game.
Yeah.
But we're not. It's a new year. Pieces are healthy, teams are flying. I like the Jets. And I'm hoping this is going to be a good high scoring game, good movement on offense and defense, and you know what I mean? Just one of those good games that just kind of just keeps scoring and goes up to like 30-20 game like that. That's a good football game. That's what I could see here, and it being back and forth because like yes, the 49ers are there, but we've seen their slip ups and them going to the slumps with Purdy throwing a lot of picks, and this Jets defense is really good. And I think we're going to see a lot more blitzes come in and with packages, and I just think this is going to be a really good Monday game to get us going into that week 2 end of the week for this first week. But Jets.
I don't hate the pick. I just, for some reason, I feel like there's a stat saying like Monday night football games are just historically go under.
Which is on Amazon? Who's Amazon?
Thursday.
So is this Thursday going to be on Amazon? Or
I
is it going to
don't know. With it being an opener.
I can't remember.
Somebody open the ESPN app, it'll tell you.
Well, yeah, but they can exclude the first game of the year. You say
Peacock.
every Thursday except for first game of the year.
NBC Peacock.
Yeah, so
It'll be
Cable.
on.
Okay,
Yeah, it'll be on cable.
cool.
Mondays, ESPN, ABC.
did I give my pick on that Monday Nighter? I'm on the Niners. Aaron Rodgers
Ooh.
got a 42-year-old man coming off a torn Achilles. Rashawn Gary still hasn't signed a fucking contract. Give me the team that's at full strength. I like Brees Hall, though. I think it's going to be a really cool running back matchup.
Oh yeah.
I think the Jets could. I am agreeing with saying it's going to be a closer game, just because I don't think San Francisco is going to run and score up because they're both going to want to score and keep it like a closer game.
Yeah, that's why I think the under hits here.
Yeah,
the spread for the Niners kind of scares me a little bit if I take the under, but I'm still sticking with 4.5. What's that bring us to next, boys? Do we have a
I think that puts us into an ad break.
ad break?
Our locks.
Tyler's teaser.
Ooh. All right. Tyler's teaser this week is going to be one that ruffles some feathers a little bit, boys. But it's going to be a plus 7.5 5-legger for plus 350. That is going to be Oklahoma State down to a money line pick, Tennessee down to a money line pick. That takes Auburn down to -6 against Cal, Utah -7, and then the leg that is going to be the backbreaker is Colorado plus 15 against Nebraska. So that covers 2 touchdowns. So you guys should be able to be okay with 2 touchdowns. So
I don't hate that.
That's a plus 350 play for us this week, guys. So yeah, good luck to you.
Love it.
Hey there, sports fans. Are you tired of the same old boring shirts? Well, we've got something exciting for you. Introducing the Tavern Sports Pocket Tee, where style meets passion for the game. Whether you're a diehard fan or just like the environment, Tavern Sports has got you covered, literally. The best part, because you're listening to Show Me the Money, you can use the code $$ to get 15% off today. So what are you waiting for? Head over to tavern-sports.square.site right now and elevate your game day experience. Tavern Sports. Beer, betting, sports.
That brings us to lock of the week, boys. You guys have them?
I'm on.
Between a few.
For my lock, I'm taking Georgia Tech -2.5 over Syracuse. I just like the first way how they liked it. I think I know where Tyler was going. I seen that pick, and before this, I was going to ask Ty if his head where's my head is at. We're going to have the same lock.
So
in our chat, thinking he would say something, but I do like Georgia Tech.
I'm with you. I like Georgia Tech. I think Kyle McCord's better than DJU. It's a road game. I don't know. I think Georgia Tech should win this game, but it was too scary for me to make it as my lock. So
I gotta live life on the edge.
Yeah, I don't hate that pick, but it's going to be a sweat for you. My lock, because I'm the only true fan here, is Iowa money line.
True fan would fucking lay the 2.5, but okay.
Wow.
What's the regulation on it?
-150.
Oh, give me either Calvin Ridley or Caleb Williams to score 1+ touchdown plus 100.
Is that a boost?
No, it's a leg, like it's a single.
So which one do you want?
No, that's what the bet is. Either Calvin Ridley or Caleb Williams to score 1+ touchdown. Either player to score plus 100.
That's on the boss man. That's on the boss man.
As long as it's not a boost, then that is a valid bet.
All right, the boss has spoken.
Lit. That's lit.
Give me Green Bay, Philly, under 49.5, -110.
That's a good one. I like that. I'm going to take Texas, Michigan, under 42.5. Did you guys give out John's?
Boise State plus 19.5 against Oregon. I really like that pick because Oregon looked bad against Idaho. And Boise State looked really, really good with their running back. I think put up 6 touchdowns. So
yeah, 250 yards.
Yeah, I don't hate that pick.
Of course, I got to get back in during football season, man. We're going to the same boat as you, except I have a little bit bigger balls. So I'm going to go Iowa -3.
Ooh. And an even number?
I hope it bites you in the butt.
You don't even want the 2.5?
No, it's not available on DK. Or at least it's not the top line.
It is on the blue book.
Well, that's okay. I'm more than trustworthy, honestly.
You can buy
I
half
could,
a point, Ethan. No one's gonna stop you.
No, I've done it in the past, but I don't see Iowa losing by, or I don't see Iowa only winning by 3. I see them winning by a touchdown. So if anything, I was gonna sell some points, but
Okay. What were some of those picks you were giving out right before the end there, Tyler?
Northwestern money line, FAU money line, Nevada money line, and Boise State plus the 19.5. I like. So.
And I will add to that and give you Arizona State minus 6.5 against Mississippi State is one that I also like that we didn't talk about.
Can I add you a 14-legger for every game?
Jesus Christ! Yeah,
I might make a slate bet. I might
There
make
should
a slate bet
be
for
16
NFL.
games.
I might make a slate
Well,
bet for
without-
the NFL.
Without Thursday, Monday, because I won't be in a state that I can bet. Saquon, Zach Moss, Josh Allen, Michael Pittman Jr., Evan Ingram, Roma Dunze, Justin Jefferson, Najee Harris, Alvin Kamara, Kenneth Walker III, J.K. Dobbins, CeeDee Lamb, Mike Evans, and Cooper Kupp is $1 wins you $20 million.
Hammer it.
Called.
all right.
Place it.
We've given you the picks. It's time for you guys to show me the money.
Show me the money!